guys, welcome to today's video. My name is Topanga Jamison. If you don't know who I am, I do YouTube videos on YouTube here. And today I'm going to be doing a video. And yes, I am a girl. I know the haircut looks boyish, but we'll just get through it. It'll grow out and I'll never cut my hair like this again. I'm going to tell you the story time of how my biological mother disowned me and what happened. When I was 30 years old, I have scoliosis. If nobody understands what that is, it is a curvature in the spine. I've had it my whole life, but it intensified after a car accident in 2010 when a drunk driver who was trying to get to work, still intoxicated, in a 15-mile-an-hour zone. Now, I'm not paralyzed. I want to confirm I'm not paralyzed. I walk, but I do use a wheelchair majority. But I can walk and do other things. So, I just don't like to show it because me walking and holding a camera, we haven't really mastered that yet. But we're working on it. So we're gonna fast forward to me being 30 years old. I had been a college student since the time, well, I had taken a gap year after I went on that little vacation with my two nephews and my sister. Unfortunately, during that vacation, my sister passed away. So we're just gonna leave it at that. My nephews started causing problems for me shortly after that happened. So they told my brother-in-law that I was pregnant, that I had children, that I was seeing my ex that was abusive, that we were gonna run off and go to Vegas, and then we were going to move to Alabama. My nephews also did tell my brother-in-law and my sister, who was still living, that I was sending nude photos to other people on dating sites, which I wasn't doing because I was a full-time college student and I was going to be going into pre-med. So majority of my time, growing up, I had a trust fund. I was on a trust fund, and the stipulations of my trust fund is I had to pay my bills on time and I had to go to school, college, beyond high school. No ifs, ands, or buts. I was going to college and I was becoming a doctor. That was my sister's stipulation. I'm still gonna do pre-med, but right now I'm focusing on the psychology aspect of things and my business degree, and I am in college and I'm going to be taking classes this fall and getting everything back together. So it had been a couple years because my sister died in 2009. So it had been a couple years since my sister's death, and I get this alarming text message from my mom. And it tells me, "Dear," and she says my name, Topanga, I am very disappointed in you. You are no longer my daughter. I wish you had passed away and not your sister. She told me that I was no longer a part of the family and that I was not welcome at any family functions. She also told me that it was a mistake to have a daughter who had scoliosis. After she said that, she told me that I was never to contact my nephews. Out of the blue, my nephews come to my work when I am working at Walmart, and they try to talk to me, and my mom comes to my work and she goes, "We should do a project together. We should do something together. We should you know. And I said, well, that's funny because you disowned me. And she said, what are you talking about? And I said, I got a text message and I got an email. And she said, what are you talking about? I said, okay, you disowned me. So fast forward, my nephews come to my work, both of them. D-Man and the other one. Big D and Big M, okay, is what I'm going to call them. So they come to my work and they start telling me how much their dad misses me and how much the whole family misses me and that we should go on a family vacation. Do these people realize that they disowned me? That I have been disowned since? So when I was disowned, I decided to get a job at the age of 30. It was my first job and I worked at Walmart and it was amazing and I loved it, and there were some parts that I didn't like about it, but you know, with every job, you're gonna have some parts that weren't always great. So fast forward, they come to my work pretty often. My sister, even Jay, came to my work a couple times. My niece, Dee, came to my work a couple times. She came to Home Depot and we finally met. I had met her when she was little, but I hadn't met her as an adult. So do these people not understand what disownment means? I was disowned. My mother, Lady V, sent us text messages. She sent me everything. My brother-in-law, capital L, decided. So, fast forward, I start working for AT&T. And I was also working for Cox Communications. So I'm working for Cox Communications and my brother-in-law's name comes across my thing. But he can tell what my voice is and he goes, Ayla. I'm like, no, Topanga. He was like, I know it's you. So he kept asking me about it and I'm finally gonna answer his question. I was disowned. I got an email, I got several text messages, and I was disowned. And the sad part about it is my nephews actually came to my work and caused a scene several times. I almost got 2 write-ups because of this. So the first one, I've talked about it a little bit, and people have asked if I have children, and I'm going to clarify this. I don't. Okay? Not at this moment. You have to be married before you have kids. I have a sister, she has kids, go talk to her. Or twins. Okay. So, so I turned around and they came to my work and they told my supervisors, they told my boss that I am their stepmother. Me and my brother-in-law never got married. We were never like that. Me and him always did not see eye to eye. Ever. We tried. And then it became knockout, drag out city. So, and I have been to London, but I was very young. I didn't know it was London that I went to. I had to check that out. So, my sister is probably rolling over in her grave. So one day this lawyer comes and she tells me that she is representing my brother-in-law, Big O. And she says, I'm representing your brother-in-law. Can you tell me what's going on? She tells me not to listen to anything my nephews say. So then they start telling people at my work that I am pregnant. I almost got put on maternity leave, and I wasn't even pregnant at that point in time. Okay? I wasn't. So I had to go and explain to several different supervisors that I wasn't. I'm not